Man, oh man, it's been a long time since I had a good old can of Coca-Cola. Been a little while. Let me put that over here. Alright. Well. Hello, everyone. It is I, Netrunner Gaming HD, and welcome to the second time. Yes, you heard me right. The second time I've ever done a review of Perfect Dark here on my channel. Now, I have done a review of this game before in the past, and I took that review down because I decided, hey, I'm going to replay this game, the main story, start to finish, on the hardest difficulty and try to beat it on the hardest difficulty. Well, I came very close to doing so, but there's one specific mission in the story that, for the life of me, I just could not beat. So, unfortunately, I beat the game on Special Agent, which, whatever, fine and dandy. I honestly don't even care. I'm done with this game. I'm done with the main story. And outside of going back and playing this game for nostalgia purposes, I'm going to be moving on from Perfect Dark after this review. This is not going to be the greatest review of Perfect Dark on YouTube, but I promised a review, so here we go. First thing I want to grade is the soundtrack for Perfect Dark. It's nothing really memorable. Like, there's really nothing super iconic from this game. Like, the soundtrack isn't super memorable or anything. Uh, if I had to give it a grade, well, it ain't the worst soundtrack I've ever heard in a video game. I guess I'll give it a 2.5 out of 10. I mean, that's not good, but it ain't the worst. It's not the worst. I'm just being honest. It's not really that memorable. Like, if you think the Perfect Dark soundtrack is epic and legendary and stuff, hey, fine and dandy. But for me, it just doesn't. It doesn't have that effect on me. Sorry, it just doesn't. So 2.5 out of 10 for the soundtrack. Now, for the sound design. The sound design here in Perfect Dark, I'm talking about, the sounds you hear shooting the gun, the melee, the stuff. The sound design in this game is actually really damn good, especially for its time period. And even to this day, 25 years later, the sound design, in my opinion, still holds up for this game. Overall, for the sound design, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's a really damn good sound design. I love the way the guns sound when you're firing them. I love the way the overall sound of the game. I love how it sounds, and personally, I really enjoyed it. I think it's really damn well done. So 7 out of 10 for the sound design. There are games that I have played on my channel with way better sound design, just saying, but this one was still pretty damn good nonetheless. Graphics wise, well, it ain't the ugliest game in the world. It ain't the prettiest either. The Nintendo 64 version, obviously, it it didn't really look all that impressive. I mean, when I was a kid, when I first played it, I thought it was one of the best looking games I've ever saw. But that was when I was a kid, and that was nearly 25 years ago. Nowadays, I mean, this is basically I guess you could say, somewhat of a remaster. I mean, the image looks a lot sharper. It's in 1080p. I don't know if the game is in 60 FPS. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know for a fact it is 1080p. The image is pretty sharp. It looks pretty darn good. character models look alright. Level designs look alright. Some characters, some character designs are, but overall, the graphics I would say in this game, if I had to give it a grade, I'll give it in the middle. I'll give it an average 5 out of 10. It's not the ugliest game in the world. It ain't the prettiest either, but for a port of a Nintendo 64 game to Xbox, it actually doesn't look that bad. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10 for the graphics. So, okay. I went over the soundtrack, sound design, graphics. So that leaves two things here. I told you this wasn't going to be that long of a review. I don't want to make too long of a review here on Perfect Dark. But that leaves, actually, there's three things. There's gameplay, story, and then my overall grade for the game. So I'm going to go with the story here for my next grade. And, well, I don't hate the story of Perfect Dark. It is, in a way, somewhat of an iconic story. Like, there are memorable moments in this story. Like, there's memorable missions, memorable moments, memorable characters. And overall, I mean, it is mostly fondly remembered, but comparing it to other games, this is not the greatest story I've ever played on my channel. This don't even come close. This don't even come close to stories like Red Dead Redemption 2 or The Last of Us Remastered. Hell, even God of War 2018 had a better story than this. And my friend Orbital, she hates God of War 2018, but at least she can even say that God of War 2018 had a more enjoyable story than this. I'm not trying to bash Perfect Dark Story here. I'm just saying, comparing it to other stories I've already played on my channel, this don't even come close. It don't even sniff. It don't even sniff how good those stories were. There were moments in the story that pissed me off, and that mostly is tied into the gameplay. Especially the freaking Carrington Institute level. Oh my god, the third to last mission of this game. It is the hardest mission in the game on Perfect Agent. I've only ever been able to beat that mission one time in my entire life. How I beat it, I don't even fucking know myself. My friend Orbital even asked me how I beat it when I was a kid. I honestly don't even know. I don't. Pure dumb luck. I guess out of pure dumb luck, I somehow was able to pull. I guess I pulled a freaking rabbit out of my ass and was able to, or excuse me, a horseshoe. I guess I pulled a horseshoe out of my ass and was able to beat it that one time. The last two missions of the game, from what I remember on Perfect Agent, they're also pretty difficult too. But that Carrington Institute level, man, I tried. I tried. You all saw. I tried so fucking hard on that. I died so many times. I wanted to beat this game on Perfect Agent. I wanted to do it for my channel. I wanted to show everybody that I can actually pull this off. But that mission, it broke me. I'm sorry. That mission fucking broke me. And I couldn't take it anymore. And I threw in the towel and I said, fuck this. I just want to get this game done and over with. Like, honestly, I just want to get this game done and over with. That's how I was feeling at the time. So I threw in the towel. I beat the final three missions of the campaign on the second hardest difficulty, which is Special Agent. Fuck it, I ain't going back. Don't ask me to go back and play Carrington Institute on Perfect Agent. Don't ask me to go back and beat this game on Perfect Agent. I tried. I just simply can't do it. I don't think no amount of get good is gonna help me in beating that Carrington Institute mission. That mission is absolute torture. It is. I made jokes that it's basically Dark Souls on steroids. I think I would rather fucking play a Dark Souls game than ever have to sit through that Carrington Institute level on Perfect Agent. I'd rather play fucking Dark Souls, and I've never played a Dark Souls game. I know that they're insanely hard. I know they're insanely difficult, but fuck it. Give me a Dark Souls game over that shit. I'm probably going to end up regretting saying that whenever I do play Dark Souls in the future, because I do plan on playing Dark Souls someday on my channel, but for now, that Carrington Institute was absolute torture. Like, I haven't had a level that pissed me off that much in a video game since the car chase from hell from Yakuza Kiwami. The story, it's not terrible. It's not bad. It does have bad moments and it has bad missions, like I just said, but it's not the worst story in the world. It does have some memorable moments and memorable characters. And plus, I think Joanna Dark is fucking hot as hell. I mean, look at her. Look at her. You're gonna tell me that ain't hot? Come on. Anyways, my overall grade for Perfect Dark, the story, I'm gonna go in the middle and I'm gonna give it a 5. It's it's nothing really super memorable. It's not the worst story ever. It's not the greatest story ever either. It's an average story. It does have some memorable moments and stuff, but it's nothing too crazy. Just an overall decent story. And then that leaves the gameplay. That leaves the gameplay before I give my overall grade. Growing up with the gameplay, I loved the gameplay in Perfect Dark. I loved it when I was playing this game as a kid on the Nintendo 64. I loved it even to this very day playing it on the Xbox One, although it does piss me the fuck off. I still have a lot of love for this game. I grew up on this game. I'll always love this game, and yet I'll always hate it too. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. Like the gameplay, it can be fun. It can be fun, but oh my god, it can be annoying as well. Especially with that Carrington Institute level. Playing the multiplayer, which I didn't do any multiplayer Let's Plays on my channel because the multiplayer for this game is pretty much dead anyways, but whenever I would play the multiplayer on the Nintendo 64 version of the game, I would put the enemy AI and I put it all the way up to like Perfect Agent. That shit was intense. Especially the level with the elevator in the middle of the level that takes you up to a second floor. I don't remember the name of the level, and I played that level so many times. I don't remember the name of it, but I used to run around that level with rocket launchers and stuff. Oh man, that was intense as hell. Maybe maybe for like discussion videos in the future, I might record some Perfect Dark footage in the background for those. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be doing any probably not gonna be doing any like let's plays of the multiplayer because like I said, the multiplayer is dead. Like it's dead. Like if I'm able to even find an online match with somebody in that game, I would be surprised. Like the last time I actually ever touched the multiplayer was when my friend Orbital had Game Pass and me and her played it and she wasn't really the biggest fan of it. She thought it was boring, which okay. Overall though, I love the gameplay in this game. It was revolutionary for its time. The ability to basically shoot guns out of the enemy's hands and stuff. It was pretty revolutionary for the time for its time period. Obviously, gameplay and shooters have gotten way more advanced and way better since then, but for its time when it came out, this game was revolutionary for what it did. Being able to shoot weapons out of the enemy's hands, like I said, the overall feel of the game. it felt really damn good. Even to this day, going back playing it, despite the times where I got pissed off, which was quite a bit, I did enjoy the game. I still enjoyed it like I did when I was a kid. Overall, the gameplay, uh, gameplay wise, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. It's really damn good, but it could also be really annoying as well. So, word of advice, unless you are an absolute master of Perfect Dark, don't play this game on Perfect Agent, especially if you're a newbie. If you play this game for the first time, if you're new to Perfect Dark and you try to play this on Perfect Agent, good luck. Unless you are a master of FPS, unless you are a master of shooting games, this game is gonna whoop your ass. I tried. I fucking tried. I tried my very best to beat it on Perfect Agent. I came really close, but even I had to throw in the towel at the end. Like, this game is. It's one of the hardest shooter games I've ever played in my life. That's for damn sure. And with all that being said, now I have to give my overall grade of Perfect Dark. I have a love hate relationship with this game, like I stated. I love it and I also hate it at the same time. I loved it because I grew up on it. It's what me and my sister Kim used to play all the time. She actually introduced me to this game. She's the one that introduced me to Perfect Dark when I was a kid, and me and her used to play the hell out of it. And I always have an attachment to Perfect Dark, to the franchise. Perfect Dark Zero, I have played it in the past. I just don't really remember too much about it because I actually only ever really played the story of Perfect Dark Zero like one time, and I only did like 2 to 3 missions of it. I never actually beat the story of Perfect Dark Zero. Never. I've never beat the story. Like, if you asked me to tell you anything about it, the only thing I can remember is that it's a prequel to the events of Perfect Dark. That's it. That's all I know. All I know about that is that it's a prequel to the events of this game. That's literally it. And yes, I am aware that there is a reboot of Perfect Dark coming soon, hopefully. What the hell is even going on with that, anyways? Like, the last time we heard about that was like 2022. I think it was 2022 was the last time we heard about it. It's 2025. It's been like 3 damn years. What the hell is going on with that? Where is it? What's going on with the development? Is it in develop? I'm assuming it must be in development hell because we haven't heard anything about it. Like, I don't even know if it's even gonna come out still. But Xbox is saying it's still in production, so we'll see what happens. Will I play it? If I'm able to somehow be able to cloud stream it without any issues, sure. But if I most likely I'm probably not going to be able to play it because my my cloud streaming, I just got to be honest, my cloud streaming is complete garbage. Like, my internet's fast, but it's not the fastest in the world. So unless I can get really fast internet, I'm talking really, really, really fast internet, or if I can get the damn Series S or even better, a Series X, I won't be able to play the reboot of Perfect Dark anytime soon. Hell, it probably won't even be out on the Xbox Series X and X. It could be out on the next Xbox console whenever that comes out. I mean, this game, who knows when it's going to come out. But back to the grading of this game, the first Perfect Dark. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. I love it. I hate it. It annoys me. It pisses me off at times. But I'll always have an attachment to it. I'll always have that personal attachment to this game. I will go back and play this game in the future. Not the story though. Like, this is probably like the thousandth time I've played the story of Perfect Dark. this is going to be the last time. I don't see me going back and playing this story from start to finish ever again. Not just for my channel, but in period. I think in, well, in not, God, I can't talk. In terms of going back and playing the story start to finish, I think I'm done for good, period, on that. I think I'm pretty much gonna like close the book on that because I mean there's really nothing else to do now outside of just playing the enemy AI and the multiplayer and stuff. I mean, sure, I could go back and replay some campaign missions and stuff, but in terms of going back and playing the campaign start to finish, nah, I don't think I'm going to. Overall, if I had to give Perfect Dark a grade, I will give Perfect Dark a 7.5 out of 10, which is a really good grade. Not the highest grade I've ever given on my channel, obviously. Not the lowest either, but still a pretty fair grade for a game that's near and dear to my heart, a game that I have a love-hate relationship for. I think a 7.5 is a pretty decent grade for Perfect Dark. And that does it for my review. Again, like I said, not the greatest review of Perfect Dark on YouTube. If you want to see a more in-depth review, I'm pretty sure you'll find it somewhere else here on YouTube. I'm just giving my thoughts and grades here because I promised a review, and well, here it is. Not the best at doing these things, but a review is a review. If you don't agree with my grades, then let me know your grades down in the comment section below. Tell me what you thought about Perfect Dark, what you would grade it. And overall, that's going to do it here for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. Netrunner Gaming HD signing out. Peace, stay safe, have a great rest of the day or night, and I'll see you for my next video, which unfortunately is going to be Battlefield Bad Company. Yippee! I'll be so glad when I'm done with that game.